Hey everybody, this is Phil from the Young Video Creators, and if you don't know what the Young Video Creators is, it's actually a website for students and kids to be able to, it's a platform essentially for them to be able to learn and edit and shoot videos for YouTube, TikTok, wherever they want to post their videos. So it's a completely online platform, a cloud-based video editor, so you can use your Chromebook or any laptop. It has a bunch of stock footage and also has a ton of courses on there, just helping you step-by-step process of creating anything from green screening to newscasts to skits to vlogs to hauls, videos, anything, reviews, tech reviews. It has a lot of things. So go ahead and check that out. So today we're actually going to be learning how to create a video Christmas card for the relatives we can't see this year. Obviously, a lot of us can't go visit our grandmas and uncles and aunts because of the pandemic. So I figured this is a good opportunity for students and kids to make their own kind of video Christmas card to send to their relatives. Obviously, we can Zoom, we can do Facebook Messenger video chat, but sometimes it's good to have that kind of like the video archive to actually save for the future. So in the actual card itself, we're going to be taking 5 different items that were sentimental, that kind of represented 2020 throughout the year, and we're going to talk about them on camera. So for students and kids, go around the house, find the items that kind of represent 2020 for you, and then we're going to jump on camera and talk about them and kind of share our 2020 experience with our relatives and kind of give them up to date what's going on in our lives. So let's talk really briefly. Let's talk about some of the reasons why this is actually a pretty cool experience to do and something that we can learn a lot from. So obviously the first reason, which I already talked about, is that we're going to be able to send this video to any relative we want to this year. So it's good to be able to send it to relatives that we can't see, that might feel lonely this year. So it's kind of a thing that they can replay back and almost watch back again. So it's kind of a cool thing for relatives that haven't had that great 2020 experience like we've all had. And this one is more geared for parents than kids, but for parents, of talking to parents, this is a great opportunity for kids to think back on the year and think about what 2020 was about and try to, kind of lean them towards the positive versus the negative, trying to see the better version of 2020 than the negative side of 2020. So it's a good way for them to think back and be a little more thoughtful about 2020 and get some items that are important to them that kind of represent the whole year in general. So the third one is just a great opportunity for kids to learn how to communicate, to talk about things, to put their thoughts, whether on paper, to kind of script it out, to talk about, this is kind of like a speech class, but with less pressure, no grades or anything. So, and I think hopefully our relatives are a little less judgy than our teachers. So this is a great way for students and kids to be able to communicate and talk to the camera. And obviously, lastly, I think this goes without saying, but this is a great thing to share with the relatives, especially with relatives that, probably are feeling a little lonely, that aren't able to get out as much, obviously, right now. So it's a great way to send them kind of like a memento for 2020, something they can replay back. And so if they're feeling lonely or isolated, this is a great way for them to send them a video and say, hey, we're thinking about you and wish we were there, but we can't be there right now. And so here's kind of a Christmas video card. So actually, I shot my own video, so we're just going to briefly edit my video. There's not much editing to it because obviously I do things with perfectly all the time, so there's very few editing, of course. Before we jump into my editing, I'm going to show you guys how to record your own video on your laptop, your Chromebook, with anything like that with a webcam, so that you can actually import it into WeVideo and actually record it right from WeVideo, and then edit it and then send it off to your relatives. So let me jump into that, and I'll show you guys how to do that before we start editing. Okay, so here I am in like the free version of WeVideo. If you go to create new, you can do a create new video. You can record right from here, but we're gonna just show you how to do the first part first. Go to video. We're getting things ready. We're gonna do a horizontal 16:9. Start editing. You can already tell I've been here before. So here's your media tab. What you want to do instead now is go to record. And it might ask you, before this screen pops out, it might ask you to accept the microphone, accept the webcam over here in the top left-hand corner. Go ahead and accept that. You want to do that. Go to webcam, go to next, and here it is. So allow, and then, okay, cool. It's going to pop up here. So we're going to start recording. Go to stop when you're done. And then go to save. And then it'll upload right here. So that's how you you record your own videos in WeVideo. All right. Now we're over on my my actual side of WeVideo. So this is the educator account. So things might look a little differently than yours if you have the free version, but they're going to be pretty close. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to projects. I'm going to go to create a new project. I'm going to title it. I'm going to go to personal. You won't have this feature, and then go to next. And then it'll show up this. So I have to make a new video. And then we're going to jump into here. So now this is something you're probably familiar with if you've seen my videos before. But if you're new here, let me kind of give you a quick overview of what we're looking at right here. So this is the media tab. This is where all the media that you've uploaded is stored. As you can tell that I've had my first 4 newest things here are Christmas themed and plus my Christmas video for grandma. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this 6-minute long video. I'm going to click it and I'm going to drag it down to video 1. And one thing to notice here is that you see this this little triangle that is on the side of video 1. Usually this is what it looks like. But what I want you guys to do is actually change it from click the triangle and click the bigger square, the bigger rectangle. And now you're going to notice that the little wave files are right below here. And that's actually me talking. That's the audio wave files. And the nice thing is that you can actually see where I stop talking, where I start talking. So let's play the video back a little bit. Hey, Grandma, I know that I haven't been able to see you. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to actually take my footage and I want to get rid of that silence in the beginning, so it's kind of like really crisp and right there. So I'm going to take my cursor. I'm going to take drag it to the very edge. I'm going to select my footage, put it at the very edge, and you notice how like it changes to this kind of this kind of like weird cursor thing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click. I'm going to hold down my mouse and I'm going to drag it in, and notice how that line is disappearing. That silence line. So now I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to unclick or let go. And I'm going to drag that footage back over to the 0 mark, to the very beginning. See how I'm doing that? To the very beginning? Now let's play it. Hey, Grandma, I know that I haven't been able to see you this year because obviously... All right. So I just cleaned up that little bit so it just starts really smoothly. Now, let's see. Why is there silence over here? It's important when a can of water makes the top 5 list. So think about that one. Next one. Okay. I could leave. I'm going to leave those things in there because I think pretty cool stuff. A whole different skill set. All right, we're going to jump to running for a little bit. So these are just like one of my shoes. Okay. So we're on the gravel road. So yeah, this is a road shoe. I could spend the time. Let me kind of show you real quick. If you want to get rid of that silence, what you could do is if you haven't edited on WeVideo before, so one way you can kind of trim up footage is you see this little scissor key right here. What that's going to do is it's going to splice the footage and split it into 2. So if you splice it here, and then what now it's going to do is you have 2 pieces of footage. You drag it over here, and then you splice this piece of footage, and now you have 3 pieces of footage. And we want to get rid of that center piece because that's the silent piece. So you can either select that footage. Notice how I selected it right there. I can press the delete key on my keyboard, or there's the undo button over here, very handy. Or if I select that footage, you see this like this 3 little line right here, and you see this trash can. That does the same thing too. So let's see what that looks like. Or on the gravel road. So yeah, this is a road shoe. All right, so this is my next thing. This is a new. I could do that. So that's one option if you want to trim up your video a little bit. Another way, if you want to spend a little more time making it a little bit fancier, is if you double click on the footage, you can actually scale in the video a little bit. So if you want to like get closer to your face or farther away, like if you want to get really close to my nose, that'd be kind of cool, maybe. So that's one option. Just the camera itself, and if you look back here, there's like so it's up to you. I'm not going to do too many changes to it because it's not necessary. So I'm going to go back to unscale this. So I'm going to go back to the scale, and I'm going to undo this right here. Save changes. Okay. So that's about it, honestly. Oh, wait, let me take that back. We have one more thing to do. If I wanted to fancy it up a little bit, what we can do is we can add, see this Christmas theme thing right here that I have? I made a couple of them for you so you can add them over your, over the actual, like as an overlay. So if you take this, drag this down, now I have this. So pretty cheesy. I kind of like it. I haven't been able to see you this year because let's see what other ones I have. Oh yeah, let's see what this one is. Opportunity to send you a video. Oh yeah. Just kind of like what's been happening. That's a fun one. So what I'm doing is I'm dragging it on top of the actual footage. Obviously, just this one's pretty good. Going on. Okay, so let's say I have the image. I can just drag it. There's like a little zoom up button in the bottom left hand, bottom right hand corner. You can't see it because my face is there right now. It's like a little blue dot. But you can drag this all the way out here to the very edge, and then yeah. How do we get to the beginning? There we go. Okay, so it's the very beginning. So we have this the whole time. Touching my foot. And it was just wild because I pulled it up. Those are more like about, it looks like a 3 from here, 7 minutes, unlike usually. So I hope you have a Merry Christmas, and you'll be hearing from me soon. Bye. I might want to cut that piece out right there. It's kind of sad. Like, oh, it's done. Let's see here. If I'm going to trim this up, go here. Okay. All right. From me soon. Bye. Okay. So once you're done with your video, you can just go to finish and name your video to Grandma. Go to set. And then you can export your video in HD, SD, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do yeah, whatever resolution you want to do. I think for free versions, they can only do 480. I think that's the case. For mine, I can do 720. Go to export, creating thumbnail. Ta-da, you're done. And that's how you make your own Christmas video greeting card inside of WeVideo. I do daily uploads for students and kids how to shoot and edit videos, so feel free to subscribe, like the video, tag along, and leave any comments below if you have any questions. Or if you make your own Christmas greeting card or your own video greeting card, make sure to tag me so I can just give you a thumbs up for that one. Have fun. Bye.